I'm David Allison. I'm the founder of the Value Graphics Project. I want to talk for just a moment here about the different points in the process where value graphic data, in other words, what your customers and prospects care about, can be useful when you're building a residential tower, an office complex, a rental asset, whatever it is you're trying to put together, how value graphics data can plug into the process. So the first thing is at the very beginning of the process, right at the very start. Maybe you've got a little bit of a massing study, you've got a little bit of an idea of what the project's going to look like. You have some approvals from the city. You might even not have some approvals yet, but you're trying to find a way to build a kind of North Star so that the architects, the interior designers, the landscape architects, the planners, everybody else is involved knows what direction this project is going to go, so that it's not an ad hoc decision, discipline by discipline, trying to understand what's the best thing we can do for this particular project. Everybody's driving in the same direction, and that direction is based on data, and specifically data about what the eventual end users are going to find most appealing. So if we can tell you that the people who are attracted to this location with even the sketchiest of details, you can give us in advance, then we can come back to you and say the folks who think this sounds like a really great idea, they're driven by health and well-being and maybe environmentalism. And if those are the things we find out, for example, there's 56 different things that could be on the list. Health and well-being would say double down on all those health and fitness amenities and make sure that you're thinking about how you can maximize the stories about the trails out back, because those will be great jogging trails. And perhaps there's extra money that you want to put into a climbing wall in the lobby that you wouldn't have otherwise even considered. And if environmentalism is a really important value for the people who are attracted to your particular project, well, then that gives you the justification you need to be able to buy those triple pane windows and spend the extra money on those sustainable building products that make it all make sense. So that's at the very beginning of a project. Now let's say you're further along with the project and it's all come together and you're ready to just start the sales and marketing process. Well, that's another insertion point where it makes a lot of sense to understand what the end user actually cares about, what will move the needle, what their core shared values are. Because now in all your sales language, your sales pathing, your marketing strategy, the way you tell stories, which stories you decide to tell. And for every one of the stories that you do decide to tell, what's the right angle to tell the story from? You understand how to frame all of that stuff up so it's going to land in the most receptive way possible. What you want to do is resonate deep inside the hearts and the minds of the people that you're trying to engage and influence, kind of like a trusted friend. And if that's the goal, then you need to understand the things a trusted friend understands, what these people care about. The last place that this really makes a lot of sense, regardless of where you are in the process in terms of working with sales and marketing or some of the other disciplines that are involved at the front end, all throughout the process, you're going to have partners that you need to talk to. You're going to have banks, financial institutions, other investors, perhaps members of the C-suite, other companies you're collaborating with, whoever it is, there's going to be people who you need to stand up and justify the decisions you're making. Why are you spending the extra money on the fancy lobby? Why are you putting in those particular amenities instead of those ones? Is it really going to make that much of a difference if there's a swimming pool on the roof or if there's no swimming pool on the roof? If you know what people care about and you can point to the values that will move the needle and get them to pay just a little bit more than market, well, then you can justify your decisions with data instead of fighting about those decisions based on whose opinion is more important. So there you go. Those are a few different places where real estate can really benefit from values-driven insights that the Value Graphics database can provide. I hope that helps.